happy and you know it, say meow. If you're happy and you know it, say meow. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, say meow. She's not happy. So, I was about to start making this video, and then I couldn't find Luna anywhere in the house, and I was like, oh, she's probably in the closet. Hello? There's a fluffy butt. Hello? There she is. Hello? Trying to see if Luna will come cuddle with me while I do this. We're talking about you. This is not where I was expecting to film from today. Gizmo. Under a blanket. Okay, how about now? Come on. Yes, hello. So we're talking about this fluffy butt today. Because it's Friday. Fuzzy Friday. Yay, hi. So this is Luna. There you go, good girl. Yes. Say hello to your fans on YouTube, Luna. So Luna is our 6-year-old female kitty cat who's a tuxedo. That is not a breed, in case anyone was wondering. That is her pattern and her fur. Pretty fluffy. And because she's so fluffy, she gets some mats sometimes and gets very angry when we try to take those out. She is hungry all of the time and is constantly yelling at us to feed her. Luna. Luna, are you hungry? Sometimes after we've already fed her. Isn't that right? So Luna is our oldest pet, and we've had her the longest. We got her in 2014 when she was just a little kitten. She came into our lives at a time when we were actually looking to add a cat. A couple years before that, my cat had passed away unexpectedly, and that was before Kylie and I got married. And then we did get married, and we moved into an apartment where we could have pets, but it was expensive to move one in. There was like a $200 pet fee just to move them in. There was like another $200 pet deposit, I think non-refundable, which, you know, a fee to move them in. And then it was $75 a month per pet in pet rent. So it was a lot of money just to move in one animal. Then we moved into this really cute little apartment that I did actually love in Columbia City in Seattle. Never been there, it's really lovely. I think we were there that long, and I was like, okay, now's the time. Let's get ourselves a cat. Now that I'm older, I'm definitely more interested in rescuing like older animals, but at the time I really wanted a kitten. So a friend of ours, his family, their cat, I don't know if it was a rescue cat or a barn cat or what the situation was exactly, but they had a cat who had some kittens. I was like, hey, I would very happily take one of those kittens, give them a very nice home. Kind of kept waiting and wasn't really hearing anything about those kittens. So I figured it just wasn't going to happen. And so we started looking into maybe rescuing a cat in the SPCA. But then very shortly after, I got a message on Facebook, and our friend and his wife had taken one of the kittens that his parents had. They had a much older cat who did not like the kitten at all, so she posted on Facebook about wanting to rehome the kitten, and another mutual friend of ours saw that and immediately was like, hey, Maggie really wants a kitten, has been looking for a kitten. You know, you could see if she would take it. And that just so happened to be this little lady right here. So we've had Luna since she was, I think, 16 weeks old, I'm guessing. She was still little, but not like teeny tiny. Old enough that it was an appropriate time for her to be taken away from like her litter and her mother. And as such, she is the most well-adjusted of all of our pets. She's definitely the most independent of all of our pets. She does like a good cuddle, as you can see right now, but it kind of has to be on her terms. Usually it's when one of us is laying down, either in bed or on the couch. This is about you. I'm talking about you. Yes, pet me more. I would angle it down more, but my tripod sucks and it would just fall over. You can climb on me. Okay, good. Nope, come here. No, okay, changed your mind. Luna is the kind of cat she's very sensitive. A lot of the times if we just start petting her when we're, you know, around the house, she only wants her head pet. If we pet the rest of her body, she'll start to like bite and complain. She's also not the biggest fan of her brothers. I think she probably dislikes Gizmo more because he's a dog, but I think she probably has a worse relationship with Artemis because he wants to play with her and he'll chase after her and she runs, so he just keeps following her and he'll jump on her and bite her and she gets really loud and angry and they make some terrible sounds together. But at least he's a cat. I think she resents the dog more. Yeah, Luna's kind of my baby. She's our princess of the night. She's very pretty. Very particular. Yes. Has to have her very special imported Italian cat food. So when we got Luna, we just kind of fed her regular like grocery store cat food. I think we had like Iams is what we were feeding her, which is what my parents have always fed their cats. And it's been fine. She would eat it, you know, because she's hungry. It was the only thing that was there. But she would kind of graze throughout the day. She wouldn't just like eat it. And I just assumed that was just her personality. And then we went to like a nice, like, you know, more local pet store. This was when we were living in Seattle. And they gave us some samples of some fancier, more expensive cat foods. More expensive, better quality. And we brought that home and she started digging it out of the bag. And there was this one brand in particular that she really liked. The food is called Natural and Delicious. And it's this expensive Italian imported cat food, but she really likes it. And anytime we get more, we bring a bag home. We can't leave it sitting around because she will just like bite it and rip it open, which she also does with any kind of crinkly bag. She hasn't done it as much, I think, since we got like Gizmo, which I think she tries to avoid him because he chases her sometimes too, which it makes her really angry. But she does have her murder stare that she gives him, so. Yes, who is a murderous kitty cat who will destroy the dog for us. Yes, talk about me. Tell them how wonderful and beautiful I am and worship me. But yeah, Luna's favorite activity is probably eating. We're enjoying our little snuggle. It's really funny because she'll come and she'll sit with us and she'll purr, but she doesn't purr like out loud. It's very quiet. Like if I put my finger, you know, under her chin, I can feel her purring, but she doesn't purr like out loud. I remember when we got her when she was a kitten, and she was so feisty, and I think that's probably why the cat that, you know, was with our friends that adopted her at first, why that cat hated her so much. She was just a spitfire. She would just go and go and go. You couldn't hold her. You couldn't pick her up because she just was so rambunctious. She just wanted to play and run constantly. And it wasn't until she had passed out because she was so tired that you could really pet her. What else should we say, Luna? Oh, Luna also seems to hate it when I sing. At least when I sing Harmony. She would sit on my desk and yell at me. She's incredibly soft. She's like the softest kitty in the world. Just a little bit more Luna. We need lots of Luna. Oh yes. Screeches. Hello. Excuse you. She is kind of a chonker though. She's not like fat, but she's like a pound overweight, and she just likes to lay like on my stomach, on my diaphragm, and she wants to lay there when I'm trying to sleep, and I'm literally afraid that if she does that and I fall asleep that I'm just gonna suffocate. I love you even if you're chunky. Love your body, Luna. Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll tell one more story about you. When we moved. When Kylie and I moved from Seattle to San Francisco, we did so without a place to live. We were, sounds really stupid. That was just where life was at the moment at that time. Yeah, we didn't have a place lined up to live, and we were staying in an Airbnb. We just couldn't find like an Airbnb or something that we could stay at with our cat. So we needed to figure out what to do with Luna. And it turned out that a friend of ours volunteered to hang on to her while we were figuring out moving, and we came up, well, I came up and got her about a month later. And it really sucked leaving her. We brought her over to their house, and she, you know, was scared, and she immediately like ran and hid, and we were kind of sitting there trying to like, you know, tell her we loved her and tell her goodbye, and, you know, come back and get her, but it was just really sad. She was about a year old at this point. The friends that had her, they actually were away the weekend that I came up, and they like left a key for me. But I came into their house, and there was Luna, and she saw me. I swear, there was this look on her face that was like, I don't know if I'm more happy to see you or if I'm more angry at you for having left me for a month with a dog. They had a greyhound, but she forgave me pretty quickly, and I missed her. It was so hard being without my cat for a month. She can be pretty grumpy sometimes. She will not let us trim her claws. She will just bite the crap out of us. Occasionally she's got mats on her booty, and we can't get anywhere near that part of our body. She screams bloody murder. Yeah, that's always interesting. What do you think, Luna? Is there anything else we want to tell the people? You want me to tell them that you're the best, don't you? That's what you think. Okay, Luna. You want to say goodbye to the peoples? Yes, goodbye.